Live from Stockholm, Sweden. It's a 2-on-1 Shark Cage match debate with Joel.
I'm Joel.
And Mezzo.
I'm Mezzo.
Versus the beautiful Logician.
I bet I could break your neck with my bare hands.
It's the season finale of Bad Bible Debates.
Hello, Stockholm! We are here.
Yes!
What a party!
Let's
Look
go.
at you all.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Look at all you beautiful. Your mom's here. Wow.
Yes!
My parents aren't, but yay! Look at all these people.
Oh, there's so many people here. This
What
is
a
exciting.
crowd.
This is exciting. Okay.
What a
Okay.
crowd.
All right. Calm down.
Whoa.
Jill, what's happening? Okay, we are live here at the Louder House Theater in Stockholm. And if you're listening on the podcast, you can't tell this, but Joel and I are in a shark cage!
Yeah, and we're sorry we started a little late. We're actually just still waiting for our super special guest, the beautiful Logician!
Where is he? Come on, man. You'd be late to your own thing. Okay, look, if you're not totally sure what's going on, that's okay. We're going to fill you in, okay? As you may remember from Season 1, Episode 4 of BBDs, we had a very handsome genius as a guest. But he came back recently, and he wanted to meet us up for a live show. And this is it!
This is the one, guys. This is the one. Hey, while we wait for him to show up, and he's going to be here soon, everybody calm down. Here's a little clip that I think Bridget put together to explain why the heck we're in a shark cage. Let's give it a listen.
Joel, you're kind of on my mic cord here.
Or is it twisted around one of the bars?
I don't know why Bjorn got the smallest shark cage. It's like a one-person thing. We don't fit.
Mezzo, you're cramping me.
Ow! Don't. Deathless, what's your age and religion?
Sure, I'm 44. I'm 45. I'm Baha'i.
Cool. Do you want to let go of the Bible God, or would you like to try to convert me?
Well, I know for a fact it's true.
Yeah, so you'll try to convert me?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you know what a god is?
I think of a God as like like a being that has its own like identity and also superpowers that can create universes.
Close. Not quite. A god is a paradigm of logical identity.
Okay, that's good. Joel, what are you?
I don't think I'm a paradigm of logical identity. I think I'm like a biological being.
No, not what are you? I mean, what do you, like, how do you think what a God is?
Oh, I don't know. I think a god is something people make up for themselves.
That's interesting.
It's undefined, really. It's just whatever you want it to be.
Joel, that's contradiction.
So just real quick, Joel, it was Joel's turn to talk. We'll all take turns.
I don't know if I'm contradicting any terms, but people make up different gods all the time. So it seems like it's just something people make up. That's all I'm saying.
That's just a contradiction.
Okay. So Deathless, which one of the God definitions did you want to go with today? Yours or one of ours?
Yeah. We're gonna use the logos concept.
Okay.
God is the abstract essence of what word means. God is the transactional space where God is the transactional space.
Can I read this definition and you tell me if this is the right one? A single, distinct, meaningful element of speech or writing.
That's exactly what God is.
Can you think of any word that human beings haven't come up with?
Yes.
What word?
The number one.
That's a word that people have, because the word one, we came up with that, right?
No. You're confusing the phoneme for the word.
He asked about the word.
Yeah, I'm talking about the word.
Yeah, the word itself. So when we're dealing, so I'm an experimental philosopher, I'm a systems theorist, so I'll explain this. So when you're dealing with language is fundamentally about predicates and how they map onto substances.
Yeah, but
now
it's we make up the predicates. I think we don't make up the substances, but we make up the predicates.
That's false.
Like if someone makes a new thing, you invent a thing,
It doesn't
this
have
is-
a word
this is
for it
just not
yet.
true.
They invent a word
Excuse
for
me,
it.
excuse
They go
me,
like this. What are we going to call this?
Excuse me. That's a contradiction in terms, and that's not true.
Okay,
Some
what's
words.
what's the contradiction?
Sure. So a word, by definition, is anything, whether it's human being oriented or originated or not. That maps a predicate to a substance.
Let me
I
just
never
ask you
answered.
this clarifying question real quick.
No. You don't know what I
Deathless,
believe.
You're not allowed to interrupt a Joel.
If you
That's
just
one of
let
the
me do
rules of
this
the law.
one, let me do this one, and then we'll let you go off. If there were no people,
You're
would there
interrupting me.
be words?
Excuse me, you're interrupting
If
me.
there
That's a
were
good
no
question.
people, would there be words?
Yes. If there were no people, there would be words. Yes.
Like woof.
No. Yes.
That might be one, Joel. Like dogs came up with woof.
Yeah, I was going to say like if there's going to be no animals.
Sir. So here's what's going on. Whenever I begin making sense, you start to interrupt me, so I stop making sense. It's obvious.
When
So
you
let's not
say
do that.
things, you assume they make sense to us, but if we don't understand it, we're going to ask clarifying questions
Well, let
because
me- well,
I
excuse
want to
me,
understand
excuse
you.
That's fine. So here's what we have to understand. Mathematics are independent of, they're mind independent. And mathematics is a language.
I got to think about that. Hold on.
Mathematics is a
Is
language.
the concepts of numbers
Look it
adding
up.
up to other numbers. Hold on, I'm thinking. But once we name that one and the word plus, and we like put letters and numbers and sounds to it, I think we're making up the words for it at that
That's
point.
the
I don't
fallacy.
think the words
That's the
exist.
fallacy of nominalism.
I
That's
think
the
that-
fallacy of nominalism.
I'm
That's the
still
fallacy-
thinking, and you're interrupting me. It's just like it's so rude.
I haven't made a single argument yet because you've interrupted me, and I've counted 9 times. Nine.
Well, just take it easy. It's a dynamic conversation.
Yeah.
It's not a conversation if you interrupt me.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it
what's
is.
your argument? Let's just do that.
Sure. God is the idea of all conceivable ideas. The idea of all conceivable ideas exists. God exists.
It's tag, right?
No, it's not tag.
Well, you're
No.
saying that like stuff like the language of math is transcendental. It exists out
No,
like
no.
That was that was when we were doing the
here's
words
my-
thing.
here's
Now
my
he's got a
argument. Here's
new
my
argument.
A tag is a presuppositionalist argument.
Yeah.
I'm not
So you're
making a
saying God
presupposition.
is the idea of ideas?
God is the idea of every single conceivable idea.
Okay,
And
so
the idea
if I
of
think
every
of
single-
everything, then I've thought of God. But until I've thought
Yes.
of every conceivable thing, I haven't thought of God.
No.
What
Because
does it mean?
that's the fallacy of composition or the fallacy of division. That's attempting to reason from the whole to the parts.
I feel like I have no idea what your sentence means, and I want to try to grasp
here's-
it. But
here's
you're gonna
what
have
it
to like maybe what you could do is like change the words of it a bit in a way that are like a little more simple, so I can understand it.
All ideas combined are
Hmm.
the idea of all ideas, and that is God.
Like the set, right? Like
Yes.
the set of ideas.
You just
Oh, I get it. So this is kind of like he's one of those like the universe is energy and that energy is
no,
God.
that's not my position.
No,
I'm
it's
a-
like an
I'm-
imaginary
Kinda like
thing.
that.
No,
So
no,
like
it's
when
not.
you, the
when
universe
you-
is ideas and all the ideas equal God.
Excuse
That's
me.
all
No,
you say.
I'm a Leibnizian. I'm an Einsteinian.
So I
Okay.
think it's like this
I'm a
more,
Schop- I'm
Joel.
a
And
Schopenhauerian.
maybe, Deathless,
I'm a
listen to
Kantian.
this while I talk it out with Joel, and then you can, like, after we talk for a second, you can, like, tell us if we got it wrong. It sounds like he's saying if you have an idea, that's part of God, but it's not God until it's all of the ideas. So everything that you think up is part of God. So if you think of, like,
No, that's
even
not what I'm saying.
imaginary things,
That's
like
not- no, that's
God,
not what- that's
like
not
I
what I'm
have
saying.
the concept of God, that's an
Yeah.
idea now, so then
No.
that's part of God.
No, that's not what's being said.
But it's an idea only, or is it real?
Well, that's a contradiction. The very idea of real itself is an idea. So real itself depends on the idea of all ideas for its own existence.
Okay, so what does God do?
God does all ideas.
The idea collective of God or God the ideas.
If he's saying that God is the set of all ideas, or the idea of all ideas, I just believe in that. Yeah, I'm convinced. I think that like, okay, yeah, there is a thing that is the idea of all ideas. If that's what you call God, then like that's cool. I don't know why you call that God. I don't think that that's what I would call God.
It's all the same kind of woohoo of just like we're going to call this God, even though it doesn't resemble what classical ideas of God is. But the other thing I would mention is that like this is a neat idea that everything is based in a mind. But I think that kind of goes back to, was it Kant that did I think therefore I am?
No,
No,
that's
that was
Descartes.
All of this could be in just your mind, Mezzo, or it could just be in my mind, right? This whole solipsism thing. He's just positing this external mind that everything is in, but that could just be my mind. He's not offering anything really, except for he's making a positive claim that he can't prove.
Does the God that you're talking about, prefer to be called God?
In some paradigms of the concept of God, yes. In some paradigms, no. It depends on what paradigm you're operating from.
I'm talking about yours, like the one that you're making up here. Does your God, like, is it like, call me God?
Yes.
My name is Yahweh.
Yes, and there's a reason.
Okay,
So
that's what I want to hear is why your God is like, my name is God, call me that.
So the idea of all conceivable ideas is a logical structure. So as a logical structure, the word for that in Greek is called a logos, meaning a word.
Joel, did any of that ring true with you?
Well, I didn't really understand it, but I would like to say that Bad Bible Debate Season 2 is coming tomorrow, 8 a.m. It is the number one episode on charts.
If you guys are interested, if you want to do like a full-length show, I proved God exists. I have a book which is coming out in about 3 months. It took me.
Can I ask you this though? Would you
15 years to
cam
write
up for it? Because the thing is that like with your
That would help.
look, like I mean, if people are scrolling by and they see you, like your little picture is not doing anyone any favors. If you're on like half the screen and it's your big beautiful body and gorgeous mouth. Yeah,
No,
we're getting the viewers to stop,
interested.
and they are falling in love.
I think that would
That's the
really help
motivation.
the numbers here.
I think that's the motivation. We're going to draw a line in the sand here, and I would sacrifice the power of success. I would sacrifice my wealth. I'd sacrifice my fame. I'd rather be poor than to help out the LGBT movement.
What? That's rude.
I'd rather suffer in silence and poverty than help that movement.
What?
I don't know why you brought that up. That's not what our movement is.
Because
Do you
if you're
think
going to
being
frame-
beautiful
if
on
you're going to frame-
camera
No,
is going to help
excuse
the
me.
Oh,
LGBT?
he's worried it's going to attract guys.
No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. The way that you're a man who's saying sexually provocative things about me.
You're
Now,
gorgeous.
I can't
this
help it.
isn't
Like, that's not on
sexual.
us
This is
at this point.
factual.
You're
has
on
nothing to
your
do with
picture
values.
flexing in a tank top. Like,
that's fine, but that has nothing to do with whether or not I approve of your lifestyle, and I don't.
Well, listen,
what's
Death
my
Bro.
lifestyle?
Your lifestyle is one to which you think it's actually acceptable or morally right and proper to leverage sexy comments towards men from men. And that's a fundamental contradiction in the metaphysical foundation.
Maybe
I
we shouldn't
didn't-
call him sexy. I don't know if he
Yeah,
did. I think
I
he said
didn't. I didn't say,
beautiful.
Death Bro, I want to suck your beautiful cock. I said, Death Bro, you have a beautiful mouth, you have a gorgeous body, and if people see you as they're swiping by, they're going to be drawn to you because you have that electric magnetism.
He's saying other people are going to want to have sex with
And
you,
that's
not him.
yeah, that's perfectly normal. That's just you being like objectively beautiful. Do you look in the mirror and find yourself objectively beautiful?
I don't give a shit.
You do.
Look at your fucking selfie. Do you look in the mirror and see that you are objectively beautiful?
Do you think
No,
you're beautiful?
no. So I don't aim to be beautiful. I aim to be intimidating.
Well,
I'm not
Do you think you're attractive?
in a terrifying, vicious way. I'm not aiming for beauty. I'm aiming for a stylized form of ugliness.
Well, then you've failed because you're absolutely gorgeous. You've got a great smile. You've got like the perfect facial hair. It looks like in the picture.
Do you
your
still
muscles.
have that, or is that an old beard? Like, have you trimmed that?
It's how my beard grows. I'll try to.
Do you remember the video of that guy who was crazy in court and lit his own beard on fire? Like, honestly, don't leave it on fire, but like singe the edges and then like put it out. And like you'll have like these burnt, like, oh my god,
Scary.
That would be like,
But people.
I think men should be beautiful. I think men should be threatening and intimidating.
Well, you're failing, man, because you are just gorgeous, and I want to hug you. And I'm not. And by the way, I'm not gay, but
sure
I
you-
really want.
We're
to.
not gay, but you're drawing it out of us. You're drawing
Yeah.
us in.
I just feel like I'd feel so safe in your arms, and I just know that you would attract women and men. If you have a message, use your good looks to send that message.
That's a good idea. God gave you these looks, right?
I don't need to. I don't need to. I'm happy. I'm handsome.
I'm happy you're handsome too.
So he does know he's handsome.
That's good. I'm glad you do.
Do you ever use that?
Do I use what?
Your handsomeness.
Do I use it when I want to make money? If I want to manipulate someone? If I want to get something?
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So you want to make some money. So you do a little video or whatever, and people pay you for it because you're so good looking. And I bet it's long. So like people are giving you money for it. Just help us out and do that a little bit too.
Pay me.
How much?
How much are we talking for the show?
That's what I'm asking you. Like, what's your normal rate? Like when you do
Yeah, you're
videos
gonna
in
have
the
to send
valley?
a rate because we have a manager, Bjorn, who pays for everything. So
Here's what it is. If we're gonna have a conversation about business, and we're gonna sit down, we're gonna do 45-degree angle, shoulder to shoulder, and we're gonna negotiate something, and we'll come up with a
I think
contract.
we want a 45-degree angle. I think like we want like to see the whole thing, right? Like a 360 view.
Look, you understand the metaphor. I take it that you have some semblance of business acumen.
But I'm not the business guy, so we're owned by a manager. Like our whole podcast is run by a guy named Bjorn, who's Swedish. So like we'll eventually get you in touch with him. But if we like say, hey, we have a guy who wants to like show up shirtless on our podcast, he's going to be like, how much does he want? So we have to tell him the rate.
Where are you guys located?
He'd fly you out to Sweden. He's got the money.
Death Bro.
I bet I could break your neck with my bare hands.
Why are you saying this?
So you think that's see, this is the same thing. You think that's intimidating? Joel loves that.
Well, this bro got grip. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. You like to say things that I don't like hearing, and I like to say things you don't like to hear.
We've loved everything you said.
Especially when I break his neck with my bare hands.
See, he likes that.
I wonder if I could break your neck with something.
What the sounds of him coming out of him would be like as his eyes slowly die, and I stare in.
One's in chat if you'd like Death Bro to break your throat with maybe not his hands.
Sure.
I bet he could wrap it around your neck.
Maybe.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So let's put it this way. This can end real bad for you.
Why does this have to end bad? We want to do a debate with you. Can you DM us your fee?
Hold on. I know that this is all fun and games, but maybe I could put this out. Maybe it might make it a little bit interesting.
Is this going to be a threat?
No, of course not. It might be a promise. Now, in this particular case, my mother was a psychopath, and I have a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
So these types of things are funny.
The crazy ones are always the best.
It's perfectly
I bet she was a killer. I bet she looked great.
It's perfectly apparent you're not from that world because
Did your mom have big, beautiful muscles too?
So in this particular respect, because you're so comfortable saying things like this, it tells me that you have really very little experience with pain and suffering because you feel so safe to say these things to people. Mm-hmm. And it tells me that you're very naive about what the possibilities in your life actually consist of.
Why don't you go do this in person?
I just have motivations you don't understand.
If we were in an in-person debate, would you start like threatening me in person as well? Would you intimidate like that? Because that's not very good debating.
Here's how it is.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to go to that. Now I don't want to invite you to Sweden. If you're like, I'm going to come to Sweden and while I debate you, I'm going to kill you. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That would probably be a smart idea because the only people who could
to
actually
kill us would be, or to not invite you would be.
The only people who are safe from me are the only ones who respect me.
Oh, I don't respect you. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So we're not safe.
I don't know if, maybe you could say something here that would earn some respect and then I would be safe.
Respect to me is not something that's earned. It's disrespect, which is earned. Everybody is worthy of my respect.
I do think that is, I do think some of the things you've said have been very worthy of disrespect. So I have that for you. So does that mean, and I think Joel does too, right? Like you disrespect.
I don't know. You threatened me a few times.
Right.
Am I supposed to respect that, Death Bro? I don't understand.
Joel was like, hey, you're a really handsome guy. I bet people like the way you look. And you're like, I'm going to wring your neck out. Like, you're a monster.
I said the most horrible thing to you. I said how beautiful you were and you were going to break my neck.
I don't think we're going to be safe around you because it's going to be really hard to maybe with an apology, if you want to apologize to us about the threat thing, then we could start rebuilding this relationship.
Why would I apologize for something I actually meant?
Well, then, yeah, I don't know how we're going to rebuild this relationship. I'll talk to Bjorn. I'll tell you what, I'll talk to Bjorn. I'll send him this clip and we'll say, hey, this guy wants to come over.
Maybe they can build a cage or something that he can record from and we can be on the other side of the bars.
He mentioned he was in a straitjacket earlier for this debate. For the live debate, could we get a real straitjacket and a head cage thing so that while we debate, you can't hurt us? Would you do that?
Here's what I'm attempting to say.
Do you agree to those terms?
No. So here's
well, then I don't think we're going to be able to do it. He said no.
It doesn't sound safe.
Here's what I'm attempting to say.
Maybe we could get a cage, like a shark cage, and we're inside of it, so
we can always put ourselves in the cage so he can't get at us. Yeah, that makes sense.
How long are your arms?
I think I have a 74-inch reach.
Because we don't want if he just reaches through.
Well, the bars could also be smaller because he has giant hands.
Do you think you could pull apart a shark cage?
No.
So you can get a shark cage for a couple $100, I think.
Yeah, if you can't pry those apart, we'd be safe.
Look, I know what
Oh
you're
no,
doing.
this is to actually go on a shark cage
I
tour.
know the
That's not a
strategy.
real
Well, we
Here's the
could just
strategy.
book it, and then we can do the recording
Here's the strategy.
underwater.
Yeah, and then he
The
can.
inside joke is that you continue to ignore the things that I say and you talk to each other.
We just do it on the boat. They don't have to dip us in.
Oh,
That's
that
the
makes
inside
sense.
joke
Yeah.
that you do.
And then
Do you
he
get-
can be.
And that
Do you get
inside joke is
seasick?
designed as a covert troll tactic. But you think something like
There's
that is gonna
nothing
work out.
covert happening. Do you
see
get
how you
seasick?
responded the moment I read your mind? See, you're not in control of the operation so much, are you?
The question
What
is,
you're
are
asking
you in
is-
control of yourself?
It depends on what paradigm of control you use.
Are you able to control yourself or not?
I would say that I am the control of myself, not that I control myself.
So if we were in
I ask you a question?
person
Can I
and
ask you a
Joel
question?
said, "Hey,
Can I ask you a
I
question?
think you're really pretty,"
Could I ask you a
would
question?
you be able to control yourself?
Could I ask you a question?
Yeah, let's do this. You do my. I'll do your question, and then you do mine.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, you go first. What's your question?
Could I engage with you in a serious intellectual conversation that's substantive rather than these sideways non sequiturs that have nothing to do with
I
the
don't know.
topic?
Could you?
Answer: No, I can't do that. Question
Okay.
for you: if we were debating in person and Joel said you were handsome, would you be able to control yourself from hurting him, or would you like just do it?
So let's put it this way. There are so many more legal ways to hurt you than just having to break the law.
Like what? Give me one.
Well, then you'd be able to prepare for it. But there's so many
Oh,
more,
it's a secret.
there are so many more legal ways to destroy somebody's life than to have to break the law.
Like, it would be legal to like make someone fall in love with you, like trick you into falling in love with them, and then just like building up this relationship and making them feel like this is a real thing, and then ghosting them or like totally breaking up with them in the most harsh way. Like, that would destroy their life, and it's completely legal. Like, he just builds up the emotion thing. He makes me fall in love with him.
Is that what it is, Deathless? Did you just come up here to break our hearts?
BPDs.
And we're back.
We're back. Let's try that one more time.
And we're back.
Okay, worse. That was worse.
Come on, keep up the energy. Keep up the energy. Come on. We're still doing the show, guys, and the logician isn't here yet. But our interlocutor is probably on the way, so we will wait.
It's not our fault. The guy was supposed to come here.
So stay with us. Come on, keep that energy up. Don't get depressed. He is on his way, probably. He is on his way.
Probably.
Hey, come for the shark cage. Stay for the clips. Right?
We're sorry.
We're gonna play another clip.
Blame the other guy.
Hopefully, this is a good one. This is a good one. You guys are gonna love this clip, and the logician's gonna be here. He's right around the corner.
Logicians can't
He'll
be
be coming
trusted.
around the mountain in Sweden when he comes.
Nope, don't sing. Don't do that.
All right, we won't do any more. We won't do any more. Well, there is going to be a bit of music in this one. Here, listen to this next clip.
Don't sing. It makes it worse.
BPDs.
What did God get right, if anything? You know, there's a good argument to say he got nothing right, but yeah, what do you think he got right?
Yeah, everything God has ever done is right or good or just. Fill in the
What?
blank with whatever word you want to use. But it sounds like, from listening, I haven't talked to you before, but it sounds like you're really mad at God or you hate God, and I'm curious
Where did
why.
you get that from?
Well, you were just talking about how you spend all this time in church and you should at least get money for it.
Yeah.
because It's just a waste
Well,
of
I was
time.
mad. I was upset at being duped into a false religion. Yeah. So it wasn't so mad about like being mad at God, because God doesn't exist, but I was duped into this false religion, and that's frustrating. So yeah, that was what I was reacting to. But I don't know if you can tell by my demeanor, I'm not particularly like miserable or angry or anything like that. I was just speaking passionately.
Yeah. So,
But anyway, so God did everything right, you think? Like, you look out into the world and you see all the horrors and you go, God got that right.
yeah, everything God has ever done, created, it's right. Yeah, it's just, it's good. Fill in the blank. Yeah, there's nothing he did that's wrong.
So this is like when babies have diseases, they're born with diseases and they
Mhm.
die in agony. You're like,
Mhm.
nailed it.
I'm not like that. Scripture tells us that the wages of sin is death, and all humans, even infants, are born into sin. So
They're sinners.
So
So
it
you
is-
think that that's right? That's a good system. That
well, it's
when
just.
a little baby, it's
Yeah.
just that a little. Okay, let's see if this makes sense. So it's just that a little tiny baby who's just been born, who's
Who's
just
a
come
sinner.
out into the world, is guilty of something.
They are guilty of sin, and they are deserving of.
They're
a just
deserving
death.
of death when they've just been born. You say that is just.
Yeah, if God holds to His judgment, which He tells us, the wages of sin is death, then yeah, that would be just.
And people that have done nothing, they've just come into the world, are already guilty of sin.
Yeah, that's scripture. It's a couple places. It's in Romans 5.
And you're like cool with this. You think that's a good system. You think he got that right.
Everything God has ever done and will do is right and just. The answer is yes.
So when you were born, were you born with a backbone, or did somebody rip it out of your back as you got older? Like, where did you become someone who is such a jellyfish that you can't even like look at something and reasonably say, "Oh yeah, that's not just." We would hate if that kind of justice was enacted in our world by other people, right?
Yeah.
Like if you, having done nothing, were arrested and thrown in jail, and they were like, no, you're just guilty of existing.
If a human were to try and cast the same judgment on another human that God does, there's a chance that that's unjust. Absolutely, yeah. Human to human interaction is not the same as God to human.
So what you're saying is might makes right. Like your doctrine ultimately boils down to might makes right. I believe the God exists. I believe that the God is all powerful. And so whatever the God decides based on the one book that I happen to believe is the true one, that is right. And I can't question it. I don't have enough intelligence for myself to question this. I just have to blindly follow it.
Yes. So the answer is yes, but I don't really have to take all of those different points to come to that conclusion, because scripture tells us that God is holy, perfect, sinless, and blameless. So I can without concluding that for myself.
I have this water filter, right?
Mhm.
And the water filter says on it that it'll last 6 months. I got one, and I don't want to brag, but I got one of those fridges, that has the filtered water.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not rich, but I have a filter on my fridge, and I've got a filter that's good for 6 months, right? You can tell when you put the filter on, you fill your cup with water, you take a drink, you go, that's good. That's filtered water. I can taste it, right? Now, after 2 months, if I started tasting that it wasn't filtered anymore, and I went back to the box and I go, oh no, but this says on the box that it's filtered, that it lasts for 6 months. So it must still be filtering it, even though I can taste, oh, this tastes funny. Like, this doesn't taste filtered.
Right.
But do you think I should rely on how it tastes or what it says on the box?
That'd be up to you. I mean, personally, I would probably go ahead and change the filter.
Yeah, you go, this tastes funny. I'm actually not going to trust what the box says. I'm going to go by what I'm actually observing to be true.
I mean, I see where you're going with this, and the filter's box is not the word of God. So let's go ahead and make that distinction.
Okay, well, let's just say it was sold by a pope. And the Pope said that these are the filters of God. This is a holy filter, and it will last 6 months. And that is a promise by God.
Is it a promise by God or by the person putting the stamp on it?
It's by God. By all, these are just people. By the way, this is a perfect analogy because whoever wrote the book was just a person saying things, right?
Yeah, well, according to 2 Timothy 3:16, it's not.
Well, according to the filter, it also says on there that these are inspired by God, and and that these filters are useful for correction and rebuking, which is weird because how is a water filter good for that. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I
but
don't
it's
think
because they're branding it. It's a Bible filter, and it's their branding. But anyway, do I believe it just because it's written in a book or on a box and it's ordained by a particular group of people who consider themselves apostles or whatever? Like, do you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah, oh, I do. If I knew for sure that filter box was actually from God and not just a human being putting their stamp on it, then I would trust that the same way I trust the rest of God's word. Now, we don't have any water filter boxes that are stamped as if they are from God. So
do we have anything that is stamped?
Oh, yeah. That
What?
would be,
We do?
That'd be the Holy Bible. Yeah, 2 Timothy.
Where?
2:16,
How?
like I brought up. When it
But
says
that's just
all
somebody wrote that
Scripture is
down.
God-breathed.
How is
Well,
it stamped?
even though it was a human being putting the pen to paper, it's the Holy Spirit writing that.
That's who wrote the box.
Well, yeah. So where's this box? I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you don't have you haven't seen the box. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not true. By the way, this is the newer covenant, you know, and this is what's wild about these purifications. And I know that a lot of people aren't going to like this, but you can literally pour wine into the filter, and it will filter out all the wine and turn the wine into water. It's reverse Holy Ghostus, that is what they call it, which I know the Holy Ghost didn't do the water into wine, but it doesn't make perfect sense. But that's just like the Bible, right? It's just not entirely coherent. And I've tried it, by the way. It still tasted like wine. It was mostly wine. It was just like watered down wine. But the box said that it turns wine into water. And I can't really go by my taste buds, right? I just have to trust that I'm getting it wrong and that the filter is right.
Is there any chance you could drop a link to this filter? It sounds borderline heresy, but I'd like to.
No, I'll definitely, definitely. Yeah, it's a holy filter. But you get what I'm saying is that you just have a book that says things, and I'll try to like actually put a button on it, because what we get is a lot of horrific things in the world, right? And we have a God who is the creator, and he creates a world full of horrors. And so just because he says this is right and this is good and I'm nailing it, just because he's saying that, I don't really need to believe that if it tastes funny, if everything around here tastes funny.
Not only do they not need to believe it, I believe that some human beings won't believe it and that they can't necessarily choose to believe it for themselves.
All right, you're a Calvinist. That's good. You're saying he got that right. I'm saying it doesn't look right. And your answer is, well, it is because it says it is. That's not convincing, right?
Yeah,
because
it's not enough for you.
Because it's still not good. Anyway, if you're Calvinist and you don't want to have the conversation, then
I do.
I can move on, because it seems like you're just like, well, if you're not going to get it, oh well. So then we hit a wall, I guess.
Well, I'm not a hyper Calvinist.
Okay,
I'm not.
You're really laid back.
Yeah. Well, I would like to think so.
You mean you're not a hardcore, there's no free will type of Calvinist?
Yeah, well, hyper Calvinist in the sense where I'm not going to say I'm not going to go and make disciples of all nations because God has already ordained who's elect. So why would I waste my time doing that?
Right.
Which is why I'm willing to sit here and have these conversations and actually enjoy them.
Yeah, you behave like there is a semblance of free will, but you don't actually believe it is. It's probably just for your own entertainment.
Well, I believe humans are ultimately accountable for everything they do, so that somehow.
But you do not believe in free will, and yet you believe we're accountable, or you do believe there is some free will or something.
So you would have to define what you mean when you say free will. There's a
like agency, autonomy, like we are doing the thing. Like I think under hardcore Calvinism, and logically, if there's an all-powerful creator with foreknowledge, then we wouldn't have any sort of agency or autonomy in the things that we do. Everything would be preordained, and God would essentially have made us to do what we're going to do, and this whole world would be just one big act of theater. It's like just this huge horrific pageant.
Yeah, I feel like I've chosen to do things. I believe I've chosen to do things. Now,
okay, so you do have some sort of version of free will.
Now, did I choose those things because God ordained me to choose them? Did I choose them because he ordained me to have the desire to choose them? that's kind of where you jump into
Well, if the
compatibility.
answer of those things are yes, and you don't have, like, if you don't have a choice to not have chosen those things, then you haven't chosen them. I think it's just like a very silly semantic game.
Sure. Yeah. Well, to answer your question, I believe God has ordained everything that every human being will choose to do, including sin, before creation, but the human being is still accountable for it.
Yeah, and I think that that's absolutely horrific and monstrous.
Well, a lot of people, I don't want to say everyone, but I would almost dare to say everyone who rejects Christ would feel that same way. Yeah,
just because it makes sense that would be a monstrous thing to do, to punish people, especially with like eternal damnation or something like that, for things that they were compelled to do. Like he chose for them to do it. And then he's like, and I will still punish you for it. That's absolutely monstrous. And again, not just. But for you it is, because the Bible says he is just. So you don't have a brain. Somebody's lobotomized you and taken out your brain and made you sound like, and this is going to sound rude. I'm not speaking about you. Well, I am, but I'm not. Like, I'm talking about you as like an idea rather than you as a person, but you sound like a fucking idiot, right? Like you sound like you're a mindless fucking droid that can't think for himself and just follows blindly, a complete monster. And it turns out you have believed that he's the worst version of the Christian God. Like there's Christians who like dodge and weave to make him better than this, but you're like, no, he's the worst possible God. He's the worst possible version of the Christian God. I believe in it, and I'm not asking questions, and it's gotta be fear, right, Flowcat? Well, it's gotta be fear.
How is that the case when I started off by telling you God is perfect, holy, sinless, blameless, right, just?
That's just you using words. You're using words that you've completely redefined.
Justice means genocide. Loving means you better run and hide. Good means really, 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 really bad. For a Christian, words are nothing like you've ever heard. They don't have the meanings that you always thought they had.
That's it.
Yeah, words don't mean anything.
You've totally just changed all those words. None of those words that you use the words because you like them, but they don't mean what you think they mean, right? They don't mean what any of us, we think perfect means desirable. God's made a situation where everybody does what they are made to do, and then he punishes a shitload, probably a majority of them for it. And you're like, perfect. I'm like, no, there's a lot to not desire about that. Like, that can't be perfect by any definition. You're like, no, by mine and God's definition. He said perfect. So look, I can't see what's going on. I'm complete. Where's my blindfold? Right?
Yeah, you just explained, and actually perfectly well, why a lot of people will never come to Christ. Because they feel exactly
I'm done talking to you. It's just it's like hitting a wall. But I hope that you like investigate that in the future and go, why do we use these words? They're the wrong words, right?
Okay.
Even though Scripture uses them. Yeah, he put the wrong words in there because there are words, right?
Yeah,
we made them up.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Nothing a human being has ever done was from them. Everything.
I forgot. It's all preordained. Yeah.
Well,
have a good life, I guess. What a nightmare.
Behave.
Stop booing us,
guys.
Stop
it's fine.
We're doing our best. We gotta get Bjorn up here to talk to them. Wait,
this sucks.
Where's Bjorn? Bjorn? Bjorn left. We're screwed.
Let's keep up the energy. Well, hey, wasn't that a good clip?
He had the only keys to the shark cage. What do we do now? This sucks. Wow.
There will be a shark.
There's not a real shark.
And that shark is coming to destroy us. If they hate us, maybe if we say that we're going to be destroyed, they'll be happy again.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, he's going to come rip our heads off.
Yeah, we're fucking dead meat.
He's going to come shred our bodies in two. We'll be a bloody, mangled mess.
He's gonna rip our limbs apart.
Philosophically speaking, Oh, they hate jokes.
Calm down, everyone. We have one more clip.
Calm down, everyone. We have one more clip for you, and it's very good.
It's probably the best clip we've ever had. Don't boo over it.
Stop booing. Please, stop booing.
Bjorn, come back. Bjorn. Bjorn.
So why should we believe in God?
Just my line of reasoning with the whole morality thing, again, not even appealing to the Bible here, but I would say that a standard outside of our own sense of morality would be sufficient for an objective morality.
So right.
What'd you say?
It'd be so great. Like, it'd be so dope if there was some like objective moral truth that we could like tap into and use. Yeah.
Well, can I ask you something? So do you think, as for example, do you think, I guess, torturing babies is absolutely wrong, or is it just kind of subjectively wrong in your own?
Subjectively wrong to me, yeah.
So you don't think it's absolutely wrong in any sense? It's just, you know.
I don't think there are absolutes when it comes to morals. I think it's
Okay.
do you think that the Mona Lisa is the objectively best painting?
Nah, not really.
What is?
I don't really know that many paintings, but I'm sure it's other better ones out there.
Yeah. Is there one best one?
I don't know. I don't know that many paintings.
What about song? Do you listen to a lot of music? What's the best song there is, or the best musician there is?
Me personally, I personally think.
Oh no, not objectively, not personally.
Objectively?
Yeah.
Well, I would say music is subjective, morals is not. That's my claim. Music's subjective. I don't think morals are subjective.
Yeah, so I think morals are subjective. So when you ask me if torturing babies is objectively wrong, I'm going to say no, it's subjectively wrong.
Okay.
Right?
And
just like with Chumbawamba, right? Like, you know, Chumbawamba sucks. I know Chumbawamba sucks. We all don't like Chumbawamba. And even though we don't know if Chumbawamba is the worst music in the world, we all know it's bad. And so it starts to build a standard, right? Like, there is something that most people agree on. There's a few like psychopaths who like Chumbawamba. Like, I get that. I think they're incorrect, but they have their reasons for liking it. We can start to Prince, right? We're talking like, now, boom, we have like maybe not the best musician of all time, but it's a good standard for good that we can use. And when we measure all these artists with each other and find out the things we like and don't like, we start to build a framework for things that are good, right? So torturing babies is equal to listening to Chumbawamba music, right? Like, you would agree with that, right? So
I'm gonna just go on a whim, right? I'm gonna say I don't think you genuinely believe that. And this is the whim. This is not a strong argument or anything.
what do I genuinely believe?
Okay, I would say
I would love to know.
No, I think when you see, for example, I don't know if I can say this word, pew pew for in a school, or Sandy Hook, for example. I think
that's probably the worst word to say. Let's just call it a hot dog eating contest, and we'll know what we're talking about.
All right, I think when you see a hot dog eating contest, right? I'm just taking a guess here. Deep down, that you know that it's absolutely wrong, and not just apples and oranges, right? Not just subjectively. Oh well, you know, I just think it's wrong. I think it's morals outside of just ourselves, right?
So what's the objective truth?
I would say God is.
No, I mean, what's like the moral, like in regards to hot dog eating contests, what is the objective rule about them? Never do hot dog eating contests?
Don't schmurder, yeah. Never.
But what about for people who think they should do that? Like, how do you explain that then?
Again, I would ask them, like, what's their standard that they're operating off of to say that that's okay? And
so we all have different objective morals?
Not necessarily. I think there's only one. I mean, sure, you can, but I think there's only one true
So how do we know what they are? Like, can you show what it is?
Or
do you know the mind of God?
No, but I do.
Okay, so how do you know that hot dog eating contests are objectively bad?
Because I believe that's
that's what you believe. Where's the fact?
It is absolutely wrong to.
You just believe yours is a fact? That's called subjectivity, baby. Like, you nailed it.
No. I'm saying in working in the you're asking me, like, why do I think it's you asked me why do I think it's a fact?
Can you demonstrate that is an objectively morally bad thing to do to have a hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, I can't put it in a test tube and show you morality, right? But
right. But we can with subject. Like, we know that some people think that's good to do. We know that because it happens.
Yeah, and I would disagree.
I would disagree too. But like, So it's for sure clear that subjective morality does exist. Maybe there's also objective morality on top of that, but we can see that some people do hot dog eating contests and some people like Chumbawamba. So we know subjective morality does for sure exist. So if objective morality exists on top of that, in addition to that, show it. Let's see it. And I know like hearing these kinds of things, like it can knock you down a bit. Like, okay,
Not really.
that is hard to deal with, but like you can get back up again. So like show something that's objective and show how.
Yeah. So I have no problem with saying that I don't have the best answer for it.
Actually, just to interrupt real quick, Levi, I don't believe you. I'm sorry to be, this is a bit crass, but I think you sometimes would think that a hot dog eating contest is a good thing.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't even think that you hold that objective moral truth that hot dog eating contests are always wrong.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you mean like in the context of like, is there ketchup and mustard involved, the kind of thing? Or are you talking about like if like the baby slaughter in the Old Testament, or like what do you?
Yeah, mean? I'm just saying. Yeah, if a particular person said we're going to have a hot dog eating contest, you'd be all over that.
Yeah. So if God says, "Hey, everyone, time for a hot dog eating contest. This is the good thing to do," then at that time it's good, right?
Oh, are you referring to the
Child slaughter?
And what was
at
it?
any time, let's say today, God says it's time for a hot dog eating contest. God said it, so then it would be good, right?
Nah. But wait, hold on.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, so you do
But I
believe
would
in
say
objective
that's contrary to his nature. But wait, what was the reason for the Old Testament hot dog eating contest? Do you know?
If there is a reason for it that justifies it, then it means sometimes hot dog eating contests are good.
No, but I was referring to a person just going and not necessarily God commanding.
Exactly. Well, we were talking about the hot dog eating, right? So this is a hot dog eating contest that, as you know, is described many times in the Bible. These are basically hot dog eating contests in a nation of people where fully grown adult men go in with swords and eat hot dogs.
But for
right?
what? Like, what do you? What
well, it doesn't matter.
It does. It does. It definitely does.
Okay, so sometimes, like I said, you don't have objective morality. Sometimes you think eating hot dogs is a very, very good thing.
No.
That's the problem.
Because you're qualifying it. It's not the act of biting a hot dog that is the bad thing. It's that God said don't bite hot dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. So the objective truth is whatever God says goes.
Yeah, I believe that's how
when God says eat hot dogs, then in that moment eating hot dogs is good.
But what I'm saying is, if you can't just kind of put that out there, like what was the reasoning behind it?
The reason is God said. The reason is God said.
So hold on, wait.
You mentioned earlier that Mezzo would see a hot dog eating contest, and you didn't say it this way, but there'd be a pit in his stomach where he would know that this is wrong, that objectively it is wrong to eat those hot dogs. But you're telling me that sometimes that we shouldn't be getting that pit in our stomach. We shouldn't go that like it's always wrong to eat hot dogs because the hot dogs never could possibly deserve to be eaten.
If God takes a life, though, is it considered murder?
So I'm going to draw 3 little babies. Okay. There's three babies in different situations. Now, in this situation right here, God has not commanded to eat this hot dog, let's say. Okay. So I'll put just like an X in front of this one, like don't do that one. This one, it hasn't really said anything, so I'm just going to put a dash. We don't know for sure what to do. And then a circle means God says there is a reason for this, okay? There's a reason to do that. So let me do this now real quick. I'm going to just have a sword here. So which one of these would be good to do? If I eat this hot dog like this, am I doing a good thing or a bad thing?
And you said the X means what again?
God did not command me to do this.
Yeah, no, don't do that one.
So this is bad to do. Okay, I'll stop doing that.
Don't do that.
God made no command on this one. So we'll get back to that. God did command me to do this one. So should I chop this one?
Can I ask why did he command you?
Yeah, he said I have a really good reason to do that. He didn't tell me what it was, but he said I'm God and I'm all good and I have a good reason to do that. So I should do this?
I feel like you're kind of steel man what I was trying to say, but
know what,
for a
guys?
second
Yeah,
conversation,
I'm steel manning it. Yeah, it's true. Wait, is there a reason? Is there one that you would say, yeah, let's do this?
let's say that kid is under the rule of Pharaoh, right? And God commanded Pharaoh for hundreds of years actually to let his people go. And he said, if you don't, I'll bring great plague onto your land. And if God commanded a nation of people to go in and to fulfill that, because
I just
Pharaoh,
want to.
hold on,
I know,
working
but
with you.
if you can just do this talk on mute, I just want just for a second because I know it's really important for you, but we don't care about that part. Think
No,
just
because
just to
you're
just
steel
for
manning my argument.
just to do. I know I'm steel manning your argument, but just to do a test to have like a control experiment. Thinker, would you mind saying like, is there any reason I can do where I should do this?
No.
Oh, that's just a pretty easy no.
No,
Okay,
because
so the atheist perspective is no. I would say no to this one also. Anyone say yes to this one or no's?
No.
actually, I don't like his hair on the left. You can do that one. I don't like his hair. You can do that one. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the Christian view. You're crashing out now.
No, I'm just messing with you. It's funny. I mean, I thought we were joking here. So anyway,
No, we're not joking because your God allows hot dog eating contests.
for
Your
what,
God
though?
is Chumbawamba music.
Yeah,
You guys
for what,
following the analogies here? Your God
not following.
says sometimes do this. Sometimes this is right. We're saying now we
No,
don't
if it's
like that.
no, if it's
So
commanded,
so
then
you're
it's
telling me
all
there's objective morality,
Yep.
but then you also can't tell us what it is. You have to read all these things and try to figure it out and get to the bottom of it, and maybe it's okay to eat a hot dog today. That's crazy, dude.
Not necessarily, but you misrepresented my point, so that's why I didn't really engage with it that much. Yeah, I don't really see a problem with it.
Okay. So yeah, your point is sometimes the objective truth is that sometimes you can have a hot dog eating contest.
Well, I don't believe that God can schmurder, so that's one thing.
No, he commanded a human to do it.
Yeah, but is that smurder though?
Oh, you didn't say, we're not saying schmurder. We're saying that it's a justified baby slaughter with sword. You think that can happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
F,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Like, he knew what we were getting to the whole time. He had to weasel through it. From the beginning, you have to come up and say, I'm a Christian. Sometimes I think there are justified reasons to slaughter babies with swords. Here's why I think you should believe in God. So we don't have to go through like the 9 hours of bullshit.
BBDs will be right back.
Louder House Chocolate. Cover your lover in this creamy hot ganache. So smooth, it'll make you come all over the floor. Get your tits dipped in this buttery brown sweet treat. Louder House. We put the cock in cacao. Louder House Chocolate will not make you come.
How long has it been?
Like 4 hours
4 hours?
since the last person walked out. Yeah.
What have I been doing this whole time?
Well, you fell asleep on my lap for a little bit.
Mezzo, I gotta say out loud, I don't think we should do this podcast in Sweden anymore.
Yeah, it's been weird.
It's been bad.
It's been bad.
Yeah,
It's been really bad.
Yeah,
it's been bad.
Really, it's just been bad. Like just bad.
I do feel like the chanting worked better when there was a big crowd here. But yeah, it's been bad.
It's been really bad. It's been super bad. And now we're trapped in a shark cage, and we're probably going to starve to death.
Yes.
Fuck. If we get out of here, let's just do season 3 on our own.
Yeah.
Okay? No producers, no studio. Just you and me doing all the work. Mostly you, but like no one else. You know what I mean? Just like us.
Sure.
Just the dynamic duo back together. Just the two.
Dude, I'm 100% with you on that. Oh, wait. There's a little knob here. Oh.
It wasn't locked? We've been in here for 4 hours nude and it wasn't even locked?
I don't know how shark cages locks work. I'm not like a cage guy. I don't know.
Whatever. Let's just get out of here.
Joel, wait.
Yeah?
Do you want to burn it down? Hell yeah, let's go.
Fuck you, Bjorn. Yeah, you piece of shit. Sweden is a beautiful country with a whole lot of gorgeous heritage, but boy, does Bjorn suck.
We're never coming back.
We're only ever going to come back here for tourism purposes in order to enjoy the scenery and the culture.
And the chocolate.
I know this isn't right to say, but I genuinely hope something bad happens to Bjorn.
Really? Because I can make that happen.
Like, I hope something really, really bad happens to Bjorn.
You got it.
BBD.